Good evening, my Sharkies, and welcome to a special Thursday stream. I don't know if it's that special since we're doing it every Thursday this month. But yeah, today we will be embarking on quite a freaky journey. We will be playing one of my favorite games, what at once was my favorite Game Boy Advance game, till I realized I like Red Rescue Team more. But we will be playing one of my all-time favorite Game Boy Advance games, Metroid Fusion. Oh, and if you're confused by what happened with the opening skit, don't worry. It'll make sense soon enough. Though you may wish that you did not know it.
Okay, you might want to cool it. I think your freaking's not going to cool it out there for me.
Indeed. But yeah, hopefully I don't get a little too rusty with this game. I've been, doing a lot of RPGs as of late, so hopefully I can do something a bit more active. Indeed, well, give it your best shot. Shall we commence? Indeed, comrades. Yeah, let's go, bro. Let us get things started. Indeed. But yeah, let's go ahead and get things going. And, hope y'all are ready. Just in time for the opening once again. But yeah, this was like definitely one of my earlier Game Boy Advance games. I want to say 5th or 6th, maybe. And I have a lot of great memories with this. And yeah, there's definitely some unnerving stuff in this game. Not so much scary looking or disturbing looking, more like if you think about it, it might freak you out a little, but everything E-rated. Yeah, I tried to adjust the screen so everything fit in. So yeah, I hope this looks good. But yeah, this game's not too horribly long if you know what you're doing. So yeah, let us begin. My favorite Metroid game of all time, besides maybe tied with Prime, Metroid Fusion. As you see, I've been doing quite a bit already. I've kind of gotten 2 different save files. One is 100%, the other is under 2 hours. You get different endings depending on how many collectibles you have and how fast you beat the game. Probably not gonna go for 100%. We're just gonna have a nice cool time. So are y'all ready, chat? Let us begin. With a narration from our heroic bounty hunter, Samus. Can I do her voice? I'll try something. I'd been assigned to watch over the biological research team, so I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. Ah yes, the place where Metroids once lived, until they all went extinct in the last 2 games. Yeah, to give you all a brief overview on the Metroid lore, Metroids used to be the big bad monsters of the game until they were all exterminated in 2, and then the last one died in Super Metroid. However, that has had, ecological consequences, as you will soon see. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. So yeah, in case you were wondering what was happening with the intro, it was only later that I learned that the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into the asteroid belt. Oh, so yeah, just Starting the game off with the main character, nearly dying. Oof. The ship's emergency system automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. A biological vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation HQ. Ugh. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me. Yeah, y'all freaked out yet? Ugh. Corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. You indeed. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance, however. The X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimum chance of survival. Yeah! E for everyone! Ooh. Then someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. But yeah, that's a Metroid in the background. They were sort of parasitic. I say sort of, as in it would latch on to someone and suck out their life force. And yeah, they kind of, Samus was kind of tasked to make them all go extinct because people kept using them for galactic domination. She saved one, but it did not last long. So now, yeah, it seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last Metroid from SR-388. Ah, yes, the baby. Yeah, so, yeah, the last Metroid was sort of adopted by Samus, but sadly, in the final battle of Super, it was killed by Mother Brain, and then Samus used the last of its memory and essence to obliterate the space pirate leader. The serum was repaired and injected without delay. Ooh. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. So yeah, she's been saved, and with a really and given a new power suit. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. So yeah, essentially Samus is now part Metroid. Ain't that something? Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Ah yes, the baby. Yeah, the first time it once saved Samus's life from Mother Brain at the cost of its own. It just had a little, and now it's done it again, even in death. I don't know. Oh.
We'll soon be arriving at BSL Research Station.
Oh goodness, I mislabeled the title of the stream. Oops. I thought it was BES, not BSL. Whoops. Maybe I can fix that later. Oh well.
I must prepare for the docking.
How do I change the title? The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biological Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After... now just, oh good. I'm just gonna change the titles so it's proper and not making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Okay, good. Where was we? Oh yeah, regaining conscience, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station for some reason. This awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. makes me recall my other commanding officer. Yeah, we don't talk about him. And there's our destination, the biological research station. Biological science lab station with a new purple ship. How bad was the other one? I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsule containing research samples from SR-388 as well as the parts of your suit infected by the X parasites. The course of the explosions is yet unclear. Investigating. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Now go to the quarantine bay.
Oh, hey, KCJTB! Oh, you're just in time. We just started. Sorry. But yeah, welcome to We've just begun Metroid Fusion. But yeah, we got Samus here in her new fusion suit. And now we must begin our research, begin investigating the station. Oh, cool, thanks. Yeah, it's a very cool game. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, this of course is a Metroidvania, which is a game where you like explore a big world and get power-ups that let you explore more of it. But yeah, I don't know if I want to say too much, but let's just say the extinction of the Metroids had a very dangerous effect on the planet's ecosystem, and the consequences have begun to manifest.
The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful.
But yeah, Metroid. So, definitely one of the more underrated Nintendo franchises. Very cool, sort of sci-fi semi-horror. But if we look into the quarantine bay, we have a common enemy. I forget what this is called, but it's a common enemy, native of SR-388. Ah! Oh no, oh no, not again! Oh. Ah! Oh wait. It looks like a frog? Yeah, I think it is kind of frog-like. Okay, nothing bad seems to have happened. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, we'll be seeing plenty of those throughout the game, or at least in the early part. But yeah, mission accomplished. But yeah, let's head back in here. Let's head to the navigation and find out what's going on, and finally explain to y'all what those yellow things were.
This is unfortunate. The specimen brought back by the Fuel team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well.
Zombie? They're a lot worse than zombies, I'll tell you that.
But it had also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again.
So yeah, basically, the X are very, very... I'll explain later.
In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host. By merely touching them, this will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many specimens, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environment at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in the region. The X are gathering. They may be our chance to exterminate them, but you're only at 10% battle capacity. Your chances of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty. Samus, understand? Now get going. I have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches.
So yeah, we can open doors now. So yeah, essentially the way the X work... Sorry, I've been getting so jittery with the throat. Essentially, the way the X work is they'll infect an organism and essentially kill it from the inside out. And afterwards, they will gain the ability to mimic them. So yeah, for example, this thing, that X essentially killed one ahead of time and gained the power to copy it. So yeah, they are quite, and when I say copy, I mean they copy everything, the powers, the memory, the ability, everything. Yeah, now I don't know if they mention it in this game, and oh, hello, dead person. Hello, oh, there's a zombie! But the originally, so yeah, so Samus was originally sort of taken in and raised by the Chozo, a species of very wise, benevolent bird people. Well, I'll explain in a moment.
I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapon data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here.
Yep.
They will climb the plane.
Yeah, and you see the Burbs were at one point they lived on SR-88. It wasn't their home planet. It was just one of the planets they inhabited. And well, they actually created the Metroids solely to destroy the X-Parasites. You see, for whatever reason, the Metroids were specifically created to kill X-Parasites. They cannot be infected, possessed, or anything. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation commanding officer I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me Lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified, out of respect and with some irony. I named the computer after him. But yeah, once the Metroids came into existence, they pretty much took out they pretty much drove the X to near extinction. However, once the Metroids went extinct, there was nothing to keep the X parasites in check. We don't need to go there. Which essentially allowed them to start repopulating. And yeah, now they're on the rise, and you'll see just how deadly these things are. But it's all because we have missiles! Yay, missile data! We can now shoot missiles. Yeah, classic Metroid power-up. And where'd the power go?
Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. It'll work out. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosync. I hope your missiles will work. To reload missiles, you can use the recharge room or absorb special type of X parasites. You'll see them. Try it out.
But yeah. And I will say the Chozo ain't doing too hot either. They're also, possibly extinct. Because, you see, the Chozos that adopted Samus after her parents were killed by the space pirates, they, lived on planet Zebas? Yeah, that got taken over by the space pirates too. But eventually Samus did go back and, you know, destroy the space pirates on the planet, as well as the Metroids they were creating. And then also that planet no longer exists because, well, it got at the end of Super Metroid, it got blown up when Mother Brain was defeated. Yeah, that's the thing in Metroid. they like having escape sequences, you know, things that are on a timer. The game itself is somewhat on a timer, because you get a different ending screen if you can beat it in under 2 hours. Not a big fan of that, honestly. You know, I like to take my time and enjoy things. But yeah, sort of, that's really the only thing I haven't done with this game is... beat it in under 2 hours with all the power-ups. Kind of close, but maybe one day. Oh yeah, these zombies are actually quite nasty. So they seem to be parasites that are trying to mimic dead bodies, and it's not quite turning out correctly. But yeah, I feel like one of the main things that can make this game feel kind of long is the difficulty. I'm quite the master at it. So yeah, we should be able to finish this within a month. Ah. Oh, you also may have noticed those green X parasites. And also this. Ow! Yeah, so yeah, green ones will give you more missiles. And yeah, this brainish door is quite nasty. Ah, go away. So if you ever see one of these doors, that means you're close to a boss, and they will usually drop a red X to give you a health boost. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so yeah. Okay, energy tank, we have more health. And also, I believe there is actually a little secret we can get here. I know. So before we go, I know there's some spot you can destroy to... Oh, found it. Wasted all my missiles, but it's fine. Oh yeah, got a little bonus energy tank. And let's get going. Oh dear, that don't look good. Okay, so we made it to our first boss, a native species of planet SR-38, the Arachnus. Yeah, it's an armadillo-like creature that for some reason has a spidery name. But yeah, quite a cool thing. I consider it pretty iconic. Yeah, missiles kill it a lot faster, but as you see, we only have one. Here. Rolling! We're rolling around. Ah! Yeah, this was also a boss in Metroid 2. One of the only non-Metroid bosses! Okay, we've beaten the Arachnus, but now we have... the 4X has appeared. Yeah, this is always the final step in defeating a boss in this game. Like this! Wish we could see the HP. Yeah, that'd be nice. Behold! We now have the Morph Ball! So yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of the game, is you can essentially, once you beat a boss, you get their powers. In this case, ball mode. Now that we have the power of this ball! So yeah, they'll explain it more in a bit, but it seems the X have essentially taken a lot of Samus's powers. And yeah, they now have the ability to use them. But if Samus can defeat the bosses, she gets her powers back. Kind of similar to the Mega Man series, where you could get the boss's main weapons afterwards. And still got that dead body next. But yeah, now that that's done. But yeah, mission accomplished. Also, yeah, we can blow up those freaky things. Yeah, I'll try to come up with funny voices for the bosses. But yeah, I actually have a lot of good that was actually kind of related to my first exposure to the game. So you see, back in the olden days, when my sisters had gymnastics classes, I used to take those eventually, but you know, I think there was this kid who was also there who had a Game Boy Advance, and me and other kids would always watch him play the games. And Metroid Fusion was one of them. I remember specifically watching him fight Arachnus, and it was really cool. And I have a lot of good memories. I also saw them play Donkey Kong Country 2, a Power Rangers Dino Thunder game, and a Crash Bandicoot game.
Sadness, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 SRX shows several abnormalities on biosensor. Sector 1 is a simulation of SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft. Use elevator 1.
Ooh, okay, so the X have found...
I'm not sure, but I think whoever allowed the X into the fire may be also linked to the earlier explosion.
Okay, so that's bad. The X have started entering the research environments. Oh boy. But yeah, so yeah, these X are quite persistent. I don't know if I want to say too much. Oh yeah, there's a good example of the Metroidvania progression system. We couldn't go that way before, and now we can. I thought there was a tower up here. No, there's not. Alright, let's get going before things get worse. I think y'all can scream now. Oh, hey, Watching Ben, you're just in time. We just beat the first boss, and a very scary thing just happened. So yeah, whatever that was knocked out the elevator. What was that? I don't know, but I can't say yet, but it looked a lot like Samus, you know, just without a soul. Yeah, I'll tell you this, that thing is probably one of the most iconic things from this game, but we'll get to them later. For now, we've made it to Sector 1.
The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work.
What the? Get out of here, spam bots! Is that 2 spam bots at once? Goodness, I'm trying to get this game done as soon as possible. Get out of here!
Rocket launcher.
Was it 2 spam bots or just the 1? I can't tell. Oh goodness, dadgum spam bots.
Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmosphere stabilizers. They must work on to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmosphere stabilizers to stop them.
Alright, I'll get moving. But yeah, welcome to Sector 1! Yeah, as Adam, the computer, said, this is based off Planet SR388, which is also where the game Metroid 2: Return of Samus and its remake took place. Yeah, that whole game was tracking down and destroying every Metroid. Unfortunately, of course, doing so led to the X. But yeah, I do have to say, I do quite believe the X are far worse than Metroids, because again, Metroids had a very notable weakness to ice. Not so much. The only weakness the X have is Metroids. Those little blob things can actually get really big if you leave them alone. Yeah, there's our first. There's the first infected stabilizer. So we just, as you can see, it's breeding more X's. So let's pump it full of missile lead. But yeah, I do feel like this game is an absolute staple of Game Boy Advance games. More than frog things, as well as those things. nasty little buggers. But yeah, normally, and now I will say, a lot of people don't quite like this game as much as other Metroid games. Specifically because of how the game sort of tells you where to go. You see, most Metroidvanias, they kind of just plop you into the world and you just have to figure out where you go. Whereas this game kind of tells you, or at least gives you a little hint on where to go. And honestly, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I kind of like it, you know, just having that little hint of sorts. Oh, and there's some crumble blocks. Those will be very annoying as we go throughout the game. But yeah, let's have a look at the maps. So, let's see. Okay, I think that leads to Brett. Actually, give him a little. Ooh, Rhino. That is good for people who are like Leon. Yeah. But yeah, I think there's a save point and. Oh yeah, that's a one-way door that we can't access as of yet. Can't go down there, so yeah, we'll save that save point for later. But I honestly kind of like the more linear structure. I think it makes every section of the world feel a bit more eventful. And the rhinos aren't too much trouble. Let's carry on. Another good thing about Metroid game. They like to hide lots of secrets here and there. Got a bit of a lava area, which Samus is very much not lava-proof. But yeah, there's lots of missile and other certain power-ups throughout the game, and you usually have to find all of them if you want to get the best ending. And oh goodness, we have some Sebastians, better known as space pirates. Yeah, these are the species that were once the dreaded space pirates. Yeah, they too have been taken over by the X, just like that crab. But I kind of associate that crab more with a later sector. But yeah. There's the next one. Let's get this exterminated. Oh. Wait, I don't know if you can see it here, but you can actually see some of the. Oh yeah, you can actually see some of these frog creatures in the background. Those are ones that have not been infected.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
And yeah, if you do leave X parasites alone, they will infect those. So do be careful. But yeah, we're continuing on. Can't go down. Yeah, it always surprised me how short this game kind of feels once you're good at it, like me. But yeah, kind of freaky how it's essentially just a mutated air conditioner. But yeah, that takes care of that. And probably they do think I am being a little loosey-goosey with my missiles. May want to not do that. Well, we got another one and another crab. Yeah, sorry I don't really remember the enemy names. But yeah, I really like I just love the setting of Metroid Fusion. Being just, you know, we're sort of stuck on this research station with different environments designed for the study of different creatures. Oh! I did not know those guys could drop a red one. Red ones are probably the best type of X's to collect because they like fully heal you just about. Yeah, it's pretty rare to see a normal enemy drop them. Usually you only see them from the boss door. But yeah, so have any of y'all did any of y'all get to play the Game Boy Advance? It's definitely one of my favorite consoles of all time. Yeah, you know, people are always all up in arms about the nostalgia for the OG Game Boy or the Game Boy Color or the NES. No, for me, this is where it's at. I prefer the Game Boy Advance over all those older stuff. But yeah, if y'all have played it, what are some of your favorite Game Boy Advance games? Dang, I keep forgetting how short things are when you know what you're doing. Yeah, we have a room with more of them froggers. But yeah, y'all saw that door, right? But yeah, we sort of a structure we're going to be going for this game is we'll essentially be going through each of the 6 sectors, and then maybe revisit them at some point. Oh, so close. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These guys are the bane of speedrunners because quite a coin flip. Okay, there's the creepy music, and oh, look, a Chozo statue! In nearly all Metroid games, usually these guys contain a power-up for Samus. Normally you'd get them from these statues instead of bosses. So yeah, all we do is just shoot this here, and... Uh-oh. Ah! And, okay, never mind, it was an X. And this is a nastier type known as a core blaster X, I think. I shoot you! No! It's a trap! Indeed it was. But yeah, very easily dealt with. Not if you don't have much out, but yeah, though to deal with those you have to shoot them in the eye, but they only show their eye when they're about to fire on you. But yeah, interestingly, I think the X can only possess organic things. They can't do anything with machines, so I don't really know how organic the X are. But as you see, we now have the power of Charge Beam. Sort of a good alternative to missiles. Speaking of which, I do remember where some of the power-ups are. Oh, crab. But yeah, not all the power-ups, but I'll get as many as I can. Because a lot of them you really do have to go out of your way to get in the end game. And fortunately, you can also use them to deal with this. You can even cheese it a little. Yeah, you're supposed to go on the other side and shoot it through the wall. Crabs now? Yeah. Won't be the last we see. But we might not. I don't think we'll be seeing many of these frog guys for much longer. And mission accomplished! With that, Sector 1 has been cleared out, and we don't got any more X breeding machines. So yeah, let's go ahead and say, oh! Okay, so there is a power-up behind that, but we can't get it now because Morphball can't jump. Plus, what's behind it requires a bit of a technique that I'm not good at. But yeah, that will finish things up for Chapter 1. I always feel so weird how short this game... This game felt way longer when I was young, which I think was mostly just because I kept dying a lot of the time. Like, there's a... Like, I know for, like, the midpoint of this game where... that involved a certain boss, I used to be stuck there for forever. So, to the point where I would just start a new save file and replay the game elsewhere. Oh yeah, and also the blue and green doors we can't open yet. Yeah, that's so... Dang, it's... we're not even into the commercial break yet, and we're nearly done with... And we're already done with Sector 1. Yeah, again, I think because I'm so good at this, I feel like we don't really need to stream it too much. We could probably get it done within the month.
Atmosphere stabilizers online, but many X have already made made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, TRO. The tropical habitat shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unforeseen saboteur. He or it may be in TOR now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Start moving. I'll brief you once you're there.
But yeah, now that we're done with the kind of alien planet, we're heading to the tropic environment. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of putting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer, too. Alright, but yeah. Yeah. But I do quite like this low structure they go with. You know, I just... Maybe it's just the fact that this was my first time. Most of the Metroid games involve traversing through different areas. Yeah, I quite like Metroidvanias. I'm kind of trying to figure out how to make my own based off Fusion. It's gonna take a while, but... So yeah, Sector 2 seems pretty small.
I have learned the identity of our mysterious saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX.
So yeah, that thing you saw earlier, it's a soulless clone of Samus. Yes, the SAX. Some jokingly call it the Sax.
I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts.
Yep, an imposter.
It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsule containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it.
So yeah, one of the things that makes the SAX so scary, it's essentially you, but with all your powers from the last game. And let me tell you, Samus is a very powerful character.
If you see the SAX, just run. Don't think about fighting it. You are still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by the ice beam.
So yeah, that's kind of the one weakness Metroids have, besides bombing them, is they are very weak to being frozen. And normally you'd use the ice beam to freeze them and shoot them with them and shatter them with a missile. Can't do that anymore when you're part Metroid.
Of course, the SAX is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SAX traps you. The data room is here, but it is sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release it. The level 1 locks. But for safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, then go to the data room and get the bomb data. Keep an eye out for the SAX.
So yeah, that thing is wandering around the station now with all of Samus's power. Yeah, so yeah, now you know what that is. Yeah, and yeah, the SAX definitely one of the scariest things in all of Metroid. But yeah, welcome to Sector 2, the jungle environment. With these, yeah, mostly filled with these caterpillar things I forget the name of. Sorry about this, Silky. Oh, it's fine, I understand, you know. I mean, they're already infected, it has to be done. Yeah, they're not too much trouble. But they can hurt. They can hurt if you let them mess with you. Granted, we've gotten quite a few energy stuff so far. How did we get 3? Yeah, now, you may notice I'm heading away. Now it's a worms from Kamen Rider Conquest. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I guess that's... The X pretty much are worms, but worse. Because here's the thing, the worms could only copy the appearance of the humans. The X can copy the abilities, the memories, the everything from a creature. And what's worse, I don't think we've seen it yet, but they can also improve it. But yeah, had to do a little searching, but on our own. But yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the X essentially think worms, but with more parasites power than speed. But yeah, we can open blue doors now. Yeah, quite interesting, the jungle section. Kind of nice how it all looks kind of like old ruins with all the plants and vegetation growing. What was in here? Yeah, I feel like there might be a power-up in this room, but... I don't know. Maybe this... I feel like there was at least one or two kind of useless rooms. Ah. But yeah, let's, But yeah, now that we've unlocked the blue doors, we can continue onwards. Oh, darn it. Oh, I hate these wasp-like things. Actually, let me snooze the ads for a bit, because I feel like we're about to get to a pretty big moment. But yeah, I head to the data room. And we get bomb data! So yeah, with bombs, the morph ball now is a weapon! And they also make the morph ball jump, which can actually lead to you doing quite a few shenanigans. You can do some silly stuff with the bomb jump if you can get it right. Yeah, boom, boom indeed. Eh? Did you hear that, chat? Oh. Okay, it seems the door has been frozen and destroyed. Uh-oh. Yeah, but we can go over here now. But yeah, we're kind of trapped now. Because even though our objective was just get the bombs, oh, that was freaky. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here. However, remember how they said if we get trapped, we can use bombs? Well, here's how we use them. Oh, now, I remember being stuck here quite a bit. Specifically this section, because this is one of the games that doesn't where save points don't heal you. So something I ended up doing, because I had too low health, is I would keep going in and out of the door, killing these enemies, trying to get more health. Yeah, a very memorable moment. You may notice on our map things are kind of green now. Green basically means sort of hidden, unexplored areas that are like not on the map. I know there's also a power up here. But yeah, I think if we... Oh, there's one. The thing is, we don't seem to have a way to get to it. Ah! Oh, not like these alien things. Well, yeah, if you look carefully, you can... But yeah, bombs are definitely going to be one of your main ways of finding secrets, so you definitely want to try bombing lots of different stuff. But yeah, let's keep going, see how far we can get before the commercial break. But yeah, in case you haven't figured out, Sector 2 is a lot bigger than it originally seems. Uh-oh. Ah! Ah! Okay, that didn't go so well. Yeah, these guys can be a little annoying if you're in a tight if you get in a tight spot like that. So, how y'all doing, chat? Y'all having a good time? What y'all think of Metroid Fusion so far? Yeah, it was my introduction to Metroid. You know, I just love just about everything about it. Yeah, we're gonna have to go deeper and deeper into Sector 2 if we want to find a way out. Ah! Was there a point? Oh yeah, I know. Zombies, yep. Lots of zombies, and also that. Ow! Yeah, that guy can be a little tricky. I don't think we want to go down there. I don't think there's... Oh, there's a blue one. Oh, look, hey, look, we found a shiny! Yeah, those just, are a little more health. And, oh. Whoa, what do we have here? I think these are actually the wings of an enemy known as a Kai Hunter, or Key Hunter. So yeah, now the X has possessed them and, kind of reanimated them. But yeah, we're kind of, you know, but yeah, just, yeah, look how far down we're starting to get with Sector 2. Yeah, there's a bunch of those guys you can kill if you need some, easy health. Okay, good. Oh, oops. Okay, so yeah, the ads are about to play. I think we might be able to get to Sector 3 or 4, so, yeah, let's just, let's move forward a bit, get some health, and, yeah. And, yeah, don't go anywhere, chat, and things are only going to get more freakier and cooler from here. But yeah, really like the atmosphere and theming of Sector 2. It's, quite neat. You don't really have jungles and sci-fi. But yeah, I don't think there's anything up here that we can do yet. But yeah, let's head to the next room, which seems to be sort of one-way-ish. And yeah, after these messages, we'll be right back. Oh! Sneeze transition. And we are back. And yeah. Yeah, that guy's a little annoying just because of... Ow! Whew. Did not know they could do that. Yeah, so notable thing about the X is, they can turn into more than one creature if, they can essentially turn into whatever they kill, so... Yeah, I forget which way we're supposed to go. Let's see. I know there's a funny thing oh yeah, I like to do specifically with this blue thing, because yeah, if we go down here, oh, see, that's where we're supposed to go. But I kind of like to just do that so the blue one will go crawl underneath and we can see it. It's pretty funny. I don't know if I'll show it, but maybe later. Maybe I'll pull up a picture I have later. No, I probably should be eating more X, because we are. Because as you saw, we're getting close to the boss. And yeah. Oh, perfect. That's good. Just what we needed. Good. But yeah, the environment's gotten a lot stranger, as you can see. It's got all kind of fungusy. Oh yeah, and you can also use... Oh yeah, it worked! Look, chat, the blue one! Hello. Do not wind me. I'm just a caterpillar crawling a boat. Yeah, I like doing that. That's a little silly. I really don't know how I describe how everything looks now, other than it's like fungus and plants, and oh boy. Here you go, chat. Time for our next frightening enemy, and oh goodness, what is that? So yeah, here we have our next boss, the very unusual alien known as the Zazabi. Yeah, there's two main ways you can arm it: shooting missiles or bombing it. You see if I think I'll go ahead and demonstrate. Yeah, if I get, yeah, the power of Christ compels you. Save that for the later ones, because while not the most disturbing boss, it's definitely one of the weirdest bosses in this game. Like, what is this? I mean, even the music is odd.
Yoing. Boing, boing, boing. You know, you think it's funny, huh? Making me all shortsy. They're trying to hit me now. I'm gonna think I'm real good, boing.
Yeah, we've almost beaten it. This last part can get a little tricky. Like, just, what even is this?
I don't know. I'm Zazabi. I'm gonna eat you.
Oh yeah, that unleashes the Core X. Yeah, what's neat is each Core X actually does have a different pattern, so that's kind of neat. Be gone! And yeah, okay, chat. So from the creature that jumped a lot, what power you think we get? We get high jump and a jump ball. And so yeah, whee! So yeah, there's our next progression ability. We can jump high, and also the ball can jump. I gotta say, this part of section 2, very freaky looking. But yeah, that takes care of the Zazabi, and apparently all the caterpillars. So yeah, now they've So yeah, we're not gonna be seeing any of those caterpillar enemies. They have all cocooned themselves. Really, hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, you know, I've kind of wondered if I could do any I really would like to try drawing stuff from Metroid. Have I even drawn any? I think I did try drawing Ridley, the evil space dragon pirate, at one point. Okay, well, there's another door gone, but we know what to do. We'll just bomb our way out of trouble without any. Okay, so yeah, that was our first proper encounter with the SAX. Now, if you weren't patient and decided to... Yeah, if that thing saw you, it would kill you in like 2 hits. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, wrong one. But yeah. But it also looks like, oh dear, looks like these things are growing faster than expected. Yeah, the sound of footsteps is gonna live in your nightmares for a while, because fish. Now I don't remember if we can get the one here, because as you may notice, water is not too nice to Samus, but I think we can still go. But yeah, that's definitely something that makes the game quite terrifying. The fact that, you know, the SAX is hunting Samus throughout the entire game, and you never know when it's going to appear, and we might not be so lucky next time. Space! We got some space sushi. What is the sushi with you, isn't it? Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of those guys quite soon, actually. But yeah, but yeah, now that we've beaten the boss, we can pretty much start making our way out of Sector 2. Yeah, sorry, I hope I'm not clicking my controller so much. Bit of a bad habit I have. Sorry. But yeah, fortunately, with those guys going into cocoons, we now have a way to go up. Can't go that way, unfortunately, so we'll just keep on going. Don't think there's any other ways we can go yet. I could be wrong, but yeah, having the spring ball more helpful. Oh yeah, and that block down there, that's a bomb block. That means you can break it with bombs. Ah! Do not like these things. They are very annoying. I do not remember this enemy showing up so much. I really should have looked up the names ahead of time. But yeah, what did y'all think of Sector 2? Pretty neat area. Can't think of... Okay. Okay, that was a little annoying. But yeah, with that we can let's get going. Yeah, I will say the way enemies work in this game can be a little weird, because again, we're not going to see any more of those caterpillar enemies. We will be seeing a lot of these things, though. Yeah, these freaky green flesh blocks like to block things. Fortunately, we can just jump over it. But yeah, it's going to be a while before we have anything that can deal with them. Ow. But yeah, let's keep going. I hope I'm not going too fast for y'all, chat. Just again, I'm just that good at this game. Alright, but yeah, let's, maybe we'll even go a little longer tonight. Let's see if we can get at least one more sector done. Yeah, but yeah, that sadly will not be the last we see of the sack, so, sit tight, everyone. And just look how big the section actually was.
Fairness, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment, Sector 4, Aqua, AQA, with several thousand X. With the blue hatches activated, the SAX slipped in easily. The creatures and system in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you're ready. Now head for Sector 4.
So yeah, if y'all thought we were going to do this in order, no, we are now heading to Sector 4, the water area. Over. The SAX, an enemy with my strongest abilities, but does it have a reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Yep. Yeah, I told you this game gets freaky. But yeah, we're heading to the water level, which isn't too bad. Eventually. But yeah, let's check out Sector 4. Which seems to have already have a boss highlighted. Yeah, that little skullish thing, that's a boss icon.
The sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially the SAX. But I digress. The sector is home to a very large creature. The researcher called it Cirrus. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributed to Cirrus. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Cirrus has returned often to the breeding tank. Its natural behavior must be to go back to its periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes electrified the water. We can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you do.
So yeah, it's not just a water level, it's an electrified water level. But yeah, this is actually one of the few times in the game where they actually mention what the boss you're going to be tracking down. So yeah, essentially we have to go find a giant sea monster of sorts. But yeah, welcome to Chapter 4, or Sector 4, the water area. And as you can see, due to some cables, the water has become electrified. So yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more of the crabs. And as well as we ain't going back anytime soon. But yeah. So, yeah, you know how I said they're not as fast as the worms? Never mind. They seem to have taken over a very fast, high-speed creature. I think there's a save point over there, but we don't want to go to it just yet. Yeah. I will say, I really love the music here. I think Sector 4 might have the best background music in this entire game. Very machine-like. Now, let's shoot some crabs. So yeah, we seem to be heading on the right track. There's more of those fish. But yeah, also, if two X's get together, they make a big bad blue fish. So do watch out for that. But yeah, let's keep heading forward. Yeah, as with most games, water does hinder Samus's movement, so there's a way to fix that, but we ain't getting that for a long time. But yeah, if y'all happen to have the online service, definitely try it, and oh! Seems our progress has been impeded a bit. Did have to go that way for the energy tank. Sure, yeah. Let's, so yeah, it looks like we need to find another way. Ow. Yeah, I hope y'all aren't tired of the crabs. But yeah, I really love how the places in this game look. They do a great job with color direction. I definitely want to base one of my games off this. Have their own little section. Something I also kind of want to do for my Metroid Fusion love letter game, or tribute, is have each floor have its own little sort of monster lurking on it. Like, I think for like the plant floor, like for the main floor, there'd be like a monster lurking around that can instant kill you, and maybe for the tropical jungle one, there would be like these flowers that would bloom and poison you if you stay in a room too much. Yeah, I got a lot of great ideas. I think this is the way we go now. I always get so freaked out by how fast this game goes once you actually know what you're doing, because... Okay, I don't think we were... Okay, we were not supposed... Okay, that's not the way we're supposed to go, unfortunately. But yeah, let's keep going. Oh yeah. You don't want to touch the electrified water, even if it makes a funny sound. But yeah, I guess one thing that made the game a lot longer for me back in the day was just exploring. Because that's kind of like the main thing you want to have in a good Metroidvania game is lots of exploring. Speaking of which, you know that a big Metroidvania-esque game just came out, Hollow Knight Silk Song. Y'all hear about it? I just know it like took forever for it to come out, and I heard it's been doing it's pretty amazing. It's like a sequel to Hollow Knight, except you play as one of the bosses, Hornet. It's like a female character with like a big sword and a cape. Alright, here's the boss. Uh-oh. Oh dear. So, either this thing has shed or the X have already killed it and left its bones behind. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, the chat, this music will keep you up at night. Very fitting description, Soccer Kudo. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, sure. Seems fine so far. Oh? Huh? Okay, well, there's our boss. Behold, the space sea serpent Cirrus, who has super speed. Yeah, funny. I actually used. There's two ways you can fight it. You can either stay on the land and try to hit it as it goes flying, or you can stay underwater and just try to shoot it when it emerges from the ground. Oh, but yeah, another pretty iconic boss. Woo! Funny enough, I actually made a Smash Bros. Stage based on it. You can have the little Cirrus swimming around to mess with you. Ouch! But yeah, you can't hit Cirrus when he's in his exhilarating state, his speedy state. Oh yeah, I think this is one of our first examples of seeing the boss change color as it gets weaker. Pretty unique thing.
You may have silenced Missy Serpent, but I will silence you next, as long as I have my shell.
Yeah, this part can actually get kind of tricky if it knocks you into the water just because you're so much slower in the water. Whew! It ate it. Yeah, it seems like it. And now we will eat it, giving us the speed booster. But yeah, now we can use Cirrus's power using probably one of the most iconic Metroid abilities. Allow me to demonstrate, for you see, if we start running, we get, well, let's get a better start. Yeah, Now here we have a type of block that it will annoy us a lot, the speed booster block. Yeah, you can only get by those when you're speed boosting, like this. But yeah, that's also probably one of Samus's more iconic abilities, the speed booster. And you're gonna need it for a lot of power-ups in this game. Dang, we're making great time. I think we might have enough time for one more chapter, or one more sector. Oh, almost forgot about that one. But yeah, I think we're about halfway done with the early game now. But yeah, that was Cirrus, a pretty iconic boss, and it can mess you up a lot if you don't have much health. So, but yeah, alien sea serpent. Is that on y'all's bingo card? But yeah, I think one of the things that really adds to the length of the game is just exploring, because as you saw, you really had to kind of go out of your way to find the way to get to Cirrus. It's very fun just exploring. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a Metroidvania in Godot. I do have a bit of a head start. I thought, because they got this thing called the Metroidvania engine that essentially makes it so you can it adds a lot of tools like a map maker. I already got plans for making a little prototype test game where you just go into like an underground lab, get some power-ups, fight a few bosses. You know, it's just you know, hard finding the energy to deal with the nonsense of game development, because Yeah, I'm really not a fan of the coding. It takes a long time. That's one of... I will say that is probably one of the good uses for AI like ChatGPT, is asking it to help you figure out the code. It's not perfect, like... A few times I've done it, it hasn't done it correctly because it got the wrong version. Oh! Oh, we made it to the pump control room. Oh, don't mind if I do. And that will get rid of the electric water, which sounds like you do. But yeah, as you can see, the reason this was electrified was all those wires likely chewed up by Cirrus. Ah, but yeah, with that, I think we might. But yeah, we don't have to worry about any more electrical water. Yeah, let's keep on going. Yeah, I think we'll be able to finish this game by the end of the month, no problem. Oh, right, that's the next. But yeah, the electric wire could still hurt you, so watch out for that. Yeah, we can actually kind of start exploring other sections now that the water level's been reduced, but not right there. Yeah, the red doors are the level 4 locks, and yeah, that's like end game, late game stuff. And of course, we still need to find a way out of the sector. And I believe there's a little. I could have sworn there was a. Oh, I could have sworn there was a power up over here. Oh wait, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Oh, speaking of which, alright. But yeah, let's continue and run! Also, oh yeah, what you just saw there is another iconic move, the Shine Spark. So yeah, if you stop while you're doing the running, you can save the speed and then go flying in a direction. It's, unfortunately, it's really hard to pull off correctly, and sadly a lot of secrets and power-ups are locked behind that ability, so anyways, let's get going. Oh yeah, I think there might be, oh yeah, there is something over there. You see that little circle on the map? If you ever see that, that means there's a power-up in that area. I think it's right here. Oh, yeah, no. So that's a power bomb block, and power bombs are very, very powerful. And you notice, and so is golden enemies. So yeah, we had sort of a little mini boss, a golden crab. Yeah, it won't be the last golden enemy we see, but yeah. I don't need to go down there right now. We'll go there later. But yeah, that'll conclude Sector 4 for now. So yeah, y'all wanna keep going? It's getting close to our ending time, but you know, I don't have too much going on. Plus, I think I get the day off tomorrow. So would y'all like to do one more sector? Good. How about it, Chad? You want to do one more? Shall we do the next sector and then call it a night? That sound good to y'all?
So, Cirrus has been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet. But that is still a way off. HQ has more support data. This time it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level.
Yeah, one more time. Yeah, okay, yeah, one more, then we'll get going.
Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary.
Yeah, we ain't going to level 4 for a long time.
Also, the route to Sector 2, to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAX activity. I know the deliberate activity pattern, as if it's blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option for this download is in Sector 3, PRY, or Pyro.
So yeah, we're heading to the fire level.
You will find the PYR data room on your map after using the navigation room there. Now, head for Sector 3.
And I'm not quite sure why you do it out of order like this. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, next we're heading to the fire/desert section. But yeah, let's keep going. But yeah, what did y'all think so far? Any thoughts on the bosses? I really love the bosses in the game. I think they're very cool and iconic. At least they are to me. But yeah, next stop, check Sector 3. Which I don't think has actually been invaded by the X as of yet. But yeah, let's see what we got cooking in this oven of a place. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. The data room here is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download the data, you must find the security room here and activate level 2 hatches. This may allow the SAX and X parasites into the area, but we are left with no choice. Your recovery is our main goal. Data room is here. Security can't be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus. You will be there. See very violent organisms here, and avoid the ultra-heated areas. Your suit can't take such high temperatures yet, but we're working on it. Level 2 hatches are green. Release the lock and prepare to the data room for download. Super missile data is ready. Your firepower will dribble. First, activate the green. Yeah, and of course, I will say I usually took a lot longer because... Oh, yeah. Me, being a dumb kid back then, would not read anything and would just keep trying to go to the spot on the map without trying to find the doors. But yeah. But yeah, bit of a unique thing here is there are no enemies here as of yet. And yeah, for whatever reason, the green locks seem to be keeping the X out. And so yeah, we're not going to be seeing any of them for a little bit, so, you know, we can chill out. See what's going on here. Hot! 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 So yeah, that's another thing they do in the Metro games. They have rooms that are either too hot or too cold, and will very much burn you alive. I see. Okay, I think we're going to need to get a bit of a running start with this, so this should do. Yeah, smooth. Charge! Oh yeah, I really like. I gotta say, the red and yellow look is quite cool for Sector 3. Oh, what do we have here? And I think there might be a... Aha! But yeah, always good to try to get power-ups. Now I believe what we're looking for is behind this green door. So I think we just gotta do this. Ah, made it! But yeah, those speed boost things can be pretty hard to figure out most of the time, but... Yay! Security door 2 unlocked. However, doing so has now unleashed the X and brought about these enemies. They're not as bad as the jumpy guys in Sector 2, but yeah, enemies are... Oh no, they got the boibs. But yeah, I do want to start being a little more careful, and let them put the speed boost. Alright. Yeah, I gotta say, Sector 3 does have some pretty intense music, as you can tell. Definitely got that, got a fiery feeling. Ah! Those guys can be kind of nasty, but yeah, let's keep on going. I got a feeling we might need speed boost again, so here we go. Boibs, not the boibs. But yeah, as you can see, this is quite a heated area. so much even the walls are starting to come apart. Ow! Hey! Ah! Oh. Okay, we were really not supposed to come down here yet, so oof. Yeah, definitely don't know. Definitely don't think I'm going to be getting the under 2-hour ending at this rate. Oh well. But yeah, let's yeah, burb. As well as these weird snake army things. They could be quite annoying. Yeah, we really need to get that missile power up, and no. Ooh, that door's a lot more destroyed than before. But yeah, let's continue. I believe. But yeah, don't want to go. Oh, yeah, don't go down that way because I think there's some crumble blocks that will make you fall back down. No need to waste time. Ooh. And I don't think we can get by this thing. This little blocker is much stronger. Yeah. I really do like the attention to detail here, like how they got the lamps heating up the area and getting the mirage effect. Oh, fire, fire. Yeah. I think yeah, this is going quite good. Honestly, we might be able to finish it in like 2 or 3 streams. But now we got super missiles! Now normally the super missiles would be a separate missile that you would need to switch between. They do a lot more damage. Okay. But yeah, as you to show y'all, yeah, super missiles are a lot stronger. And oh, the floor is gone. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, that's nice. There's a recharge room at least. But yeah, as y'all can see, these super missiles work a lot better. Good, cause you know that's the music that plays before we usually fight a boss. Ooh, boy, ooh, I tell you, this music keeps me up at night sometime. Oh, I don't remember the doors the SAX destroyed being that, but oh, ah. Something's in the other room, chat. Something's doing something. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Hello! Destroy! Exterminate intruder! All will be removed from the premises. Alright! So yeah, we got ourselves the next boss. Behold the BOX robot. Launching bombs. Destroy! So yeah, funny enough, you may not be able to tell, but this is actually not possessed by an X. It is just straight up a security robot. And yeah, when I first fought it, I foolishly tried to use the charge beam, which took forever. So no, go for the super missiles. Launching bomb, destroy. All intruders will be exterminated. Yeah, there's also one of the few bosses that has its own unique theme, along with Arachnus and some other bosses. We'll see you later. But yeah, pretty treacherous. He'll fire fire bombs, and you gotta try to shoot him without getting knocked out. Deploy! Fire! All intruders of the station will be exterminated. Deploying bombs. You will burn. Ow! Damage machine. Return fire. Emphasis on fire. Critical. Error. Destroy. Exterminate. Firebombs ready. Kaboom, mother. Intruder will be exterminated. But yeah, I will say, it can be a little tricky to hit the weak point of the box. Error! Critical damage! Regan must escape! I will be back! Sayonara! But yeah, that can be quite intense, and that can be a little tough if you don't know what you're doing. Definitely probably one of the more memorable bosses, because yeah, this one got away, and it's definitely not going to be the last time we see it. Oh, screw it. As in, these are screw attack blocks. The screw attack being one of Samus's most powerful abilities. And we ain't getting that for a while. But something we can get about now. But hey, what did y'all think about the box? I think I was actually able to get away with doing some good voice lines for it. So yeah, if we want that missile power, we gotta shine spark properly. It's a little tricky to pull off, but... So yeah, what you want to do for that is essentially you want to hold down A and push a direction. It's pretty tricky to pull off, but we did it. What's over here? More screw block. Yeah, what do y'all think of the bosses so far? I quite like them. But yeah, we're really plowing through, and yeah, let's get out of here and go. Let's get out of here before the robot or the sax finds us. Yeah, they can be quite tricky with a lot of their little hidden ones. But yeah, Metroid does a really good job at just like capturing the feeling of like isolation and being alone in an alien world while also going on a pretty cool adventure. But yeah, I think we're nearing the halfway. We're nearing the halfway point. We're not there yet, but we will get there next stream. I think we'll probably be able to do the next 2 chapters, or not chapters, sectors. We'll probably be able to get it done. We'll probably be able to do 6 and 5 next stream. For now, I think this might be a good time to call it. But yeah, great job, Samus. Enjoy your rest. Very well. Yeah, let's actually... Oh yeah, we can change controls now. I'm actually going to make a little adjustment. Whoops. Oh yeah, that was... So, which one can I... I'm gonna make a save state just to be safe. I think that was so I could refight Cirrus anytime. I don't think I needed that badly. But yeah, I kind of want to see how long we've been playing real quick. Because then... So yeah. But yeah, if we look here... yeah, we've been playing for about an hour. So yeah, probably because I've been taking my time and reading through stuff. But yeah, if you're fast enough, you can beat this game under 2 hours. Wow, I really did it. Really got it done in like an hour and a half. Yeah, so yeah. But yeah, we'll see what kind of ending we can get. And yeah, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Wow, it barely took us like 10 minutes to do that chapter. Oh, but yeah, what did y'all think, chat? Did y'all like Metroid Fusion from what y'all saw? Still definitely one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games, and I really want more of it. It's just, you know, none of the other ones do it. Oh, I guess you didn't have much to say. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. But yeah, tune in next week for Bug Fables. We'll be possibly facing the Chapter 5 boss, and it's gonna be really good. And hopefully I'll have some art done. But yeah, also tune in next week for more Luigi's Mansion. We'll be heading to the Dinosaur Museum floor. And yeah, I believe next time on Metroid Fusion, we're gonna head to the Chapter 6, the Dark area. Should be quite fun. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a good, fun, spooktacular October.
Goodbye, everyone. You better be back next week for the ghost and the bugs and whatever the heck this game is. Gonna be great.
Later, bros. Farewell, my friends. Thank you for joining us another bug-tastic evening. Until next time, have a great weekend. So says I, Silky. So you know what, comrades? Until next time, and be sure to quick grave. But yeah, I'll see you next time, and hope you enjoyed this. Ciao.